Hi everyone, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to be sharing to you guys our story about losing 2 luggages flying Singapore Airlines. In the month of December, we flew from JFK to Davao for a 3-week vacation. From JFK to Davao, it took us like around 24 hours. And we had 2 layovers, one in Frankfurt and one in Singapore. This was our very first time flying Singapore Airlines, and this was very, very unfortunate because I heard a lot of people saying this is the greatest airline, but to be honest, it really is not. It's the most stressful flight experience I've ever had in my life. So when we arrived at the Davao airport, we noticed one big luggage is missing with all new gifts that I purchased for my family. And but the staff were very nice. They were very sorry for what happened, and they were very accommodating, and they were saying to me, it's okay, ma'am, usually it takes a day or two, but we'll let you know and we'll keep calling you until we find your bag. And they said, and they also filed a claim as to what the bag looked like and all that. So that was good. But it still is very stressful knowing that I lost the bag. Fast forward 3 weeks later, we had to go back, and still my bag wasn't there. But the Singapore Airlines staff kept calling me all throughout my vacation, giving me updates if my bag was found. Now, I'm not sure if they're really looking for my bag or what, but the fact that they keep updating me and they're calling me is something that I really appreciate. So we head back to the US, and the same route, Singapore to Frankfurt and then to JFK. When we reach at JFK, we noticed we lost another bag. Now this bag had a tag, had a name, phone number, and address on it. But still, to this day, we still don't have the bag. And so that's very sad, and the staff were not nice. They were not apologetic at all for our experience. And they were very, they gave us, nobody called us to let us know about our bag. Nobody updated us, unlike the Davao experience that I've had, and that was very unfortunate. So what I did to finally find the bag was, while I was here in the US, I told my mom to go to the airport and find somebody there that she can talk to really find my bag. And luckily enough, she found somebody who was very nice. He works for the airport, and he was very approachable, and he was very, very helpful. And now, just FYI, it's very hard to get into the airport, most especially if you don't have a plane ticket. So my mom went to the airport. This staff allowed her to go in, and she was able to talk to the manager of Singapore Airlines. And she showed the picture of the bag. Now, it's very important, and you take a picture of your bag. That's very, very important. And so she took a picture of the bag, and she showed a picture of the bag, and she, explained what was in it. The things that were in there were very important for me, like medicines for my dad and all that. So the staff and the manager told my mom to wait in the waiting area, and my mom waited there for a few minutes, and then when they got out, they said the bag's not lost, it's here, we'll return it. And it was very weird because I thought to myself, why can't they just give the bag to my mom? But I think it's procedure, it's standard procedure that they really have to return it to the owner. So a week later, we found our bag in front of our house, and I was very, very surprised. And not only that, 2 weeks later, they also refunded us for the bag that when I filed a claim, I put in that my stuff, that bag is like around $800, but they were able to compensate me around $300, which is not great, but at least it's something, and I got my bag back. So that's very good. While the JFK bag, the one that we lost on our way back to the US, it was never found. I think part of it is because we don't know anybody from JFK. We can't send a friend to go to JFK and say, hey, can you find a friend there? I just couldn't do that. Unlike the Davao airport, my parents are from Davao, and Davao airport is a very small airport, but the people there are very helpful and very nice. At JFK, they were not nice. It's a big, huge, massive airport, and a lot of the staff are really not friendly. So, yeah. And unfortunately, we also didn't get compensated for the second bag. So, my tip is, if you want to get your bag back, you have to know somebody. You need to have connections. And that's what I also heard from some of our friends who also lost their bags. They were able to retrieve it simply because they know somebody working at the airport. And that's very, very sad, because it just makes me wonder what they do with all the thousands, 100,000s of bags that get lost. It just makes me wonder what they do with it. And, they just hope that people like us will just eventually forget about it. But I hope that Singapore Airlines will really do something about this. But right now, my advice is don't bring in check-in luggage and don't fly Singapore Airlines. I've tried Air China and I've tried Korean Air, and so far they haven't lost my bag. But I'm not sure for other people. But my only advice is just don't bring check-in bag. And if you do, just don't put something there that's very, very, that's important or is of a lot of value. And yeah, so hopefully I wish you guys all the luck. And I know it's very stressful, but sometimes these things happen. So yeah, just if you have any questions, just comment below and I'll try to answer as much as I can.